Hello everyone, my name is Faye, and in this particular video, we're going to talk about user-defined types, structures, and arrays. So, what you guys need to learn first is about user-defined types. I like to call these customizable data types because you can take primitive data types such as strings, integer, real, characters, and your uh, give it your desired name. What do you want? Just give it everything you want. Okay. So, and first thing you need to learn from define types, there are two types that you can do. First is aliasing, and the second one is struct. So if we go to the first one, is aliasing, you know that it's as simple, give it a new name. In a point two, type new alias, and the data type is original type. As you can see in the pseudocode and Golang, it will be type decimal is real. So right now you have a customizable data types named decimal that's actually a primitive data types real, like that, okay? And this is how you do it in Golang, not far away, not that big of difference. And now we go to struct. Okay, structure, record. So for struct, you define it, imagine as a object that have attributes, an object that what the object has. Okay, so if you give this a data types a struct, you can have multiple data types inside it, like this with type nama structure, and after that you have field 1, field 2 as your data type. So it's similar to aliasing, but the one is different from here. It's not just giving a name, but creating a new data type, a collection of data type, a collection of primitive data types inside a new data types. Okay, so each information is called a field of the structure. It may have any basic data types or other previously defined type. Example, time type contains hour, minute, second. Hour, minute, seconds is an integer, okay? Person type contains name, gender, address, religion, and others, like that. Maybe if I want to give you a little bit of example, this is maybe the best way to do it. Don't look at this because this is for the next one. But if I have maybe person like this, and for your clean code, I always advise you guys to, for struct, you always do this, okay, with big capital letter on the first sentences. So in the first word, sorry. So inside this you have field. So maybe a person have a name, a person have an age, a person have gender, okay, or maybe is male. Okay, so name could be string, and age is an integer, and is male is boolean, like this. Okay, so this is how you define your struct. You got struct name and the field inside it. Okay, always thinking it as an object, as a person, as a thing, what it has, like that. Okay, so this is the other example, and this is how you do it. So as I said before, that you create a new data type. So when you create a data type, you need to have a variable that has that data type. So in example here, we have a data type, a new struct data type named date, and it has 3 fields. And after that, on the bottom side, the yellow one, you see a variables table that has a date data type, and this is how you access it using points. Okay, so tgl.tanggal is 10. This is how you access it. So the way you access, if let me give you an example. If you have a var, but p1 is a person and p2 also a person, The way you uh, the way you get this on your code, it will be like this. Let's say you have algorithm and you want to access, you want to give it a name. P1, it will always be like this, okay? Variable dot variable. If you have a struct inside a struct, you will say like this. So it's always variable dot variable dot variable like this, okay? So if I have, and it's continue like that. So if I have P1, which is a variable, I want to access the name, which is another variable. I do like this, okay? Let's say it's Veron, and P2 dot name is YouTube, like this, okay? So this is how you access the variable inside a struct. You need to declare it as a new variable that has the struct data type, okay? So that's about aliasing and structure or record. And before we jump to array, I want you guys to look at this first, pause the video, and after that, I want to give you some clarifying on what's common mistake people do in understanding struct. Okay, so if I have this question like this, make a program to calculate the total area of n users rectangle. Use struct input 2, 3, 3, 5, 2, 1. So what you do is for this question, you want to find the area of each rectangle inputs from user 2, 3, 3, 5, and after that you make the total amount of it. So 21 is the total area of rectangle 1. This is rectangle 1 and this is rectangle 2. Okay, and this is rectangle 1 area plus rectangle 2 area, like this. Okay, so that's for explanation of the question, and this is how I will answer it. So first, what I want to do, program main, and after that I have dictionary. And in my dictionary, this is where I want to declare every variable inside every variable, every data type. So this is where we create our struct. If I want to create my struct, I will say type rectangle, capital, and after that what I do. What a rectangle has. A rectangle can have a length, okay, which is integer. Let's say here is integer, okay, it should be real, but okay, if you want it to be real, but okay, we give it real. And it has width, which is real, and it has area, which is real, okay? I won't give you the full code, but some people, this is the underline that we need to see. Some people make this result real like this. And you just declare R1 R as rectangle. This is what common person do. This is when you first learn about struct, you just put everything inside your struct. Okay, I won't give you the algorithm. Maybe it can be your exercise right now. Try it for yourself. But I just want to underline this common mistake in line 17. Result real. Okay, this variable, this field doesn't have any correlation with rectangle. Okay, so this should be the outside from the struct like this. Okay, result here and result will be blah 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 blah, blah like that. Okay, this is your code. Don't put your real inside your struct, outside struct, because it doesn't have any correlation with your rectangle. That's common mistake for struct. Okay, so right now we're gonna jump to array. Maybe something I need to underline here is about something there is two important things about array. First is array declaration, and after that, accessing the value inside array. So what is array? Imagine it as if you see here, as a blocks of memory where you can store your data. Okay, so the most important thing is know how to access every data. Okay, so if I have this array T1, focus on T1, what you guys needs to do to accessing, it has its own index. Okay, index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the index. And if you want to access the value, you need to access the index like that. So let's see here. If you have an example, you have array of name. First is okay. After that, you have Christina. Okay, so this is what you have. The index will be, there is two things you need to understand from index. Indices. So you have first one is 1, 2, 3, or this one, indices 0, 1, and 2. In Golang, you use index always start from 0, but depends on your declaration on pseudocode, it can start from 1. Okay, so this is how you access. Let's say you have array. Okay, this is your array name. This is your array name. This is not how you declare, but this is for your concept. So array name for 1, use 0 indices, and you will have from 1, it will be different. For this, you will get array indices 2, index 2 will be on Christina. Okay, this is what will you get. You will get Christina. And here, what you will get is fake. This is the difference between using index start from 0 and index start from 1. Okay, this is for your concept understanding. And next one is, okay, that's for you. And after that, array declaration. This is how you do your declaration. Okay, variable name and your original data type. It's similar to aliasing. Okay, aliasing. This is similar to aliasing. So if I have array name array like this is my original data type. This is how you say it in Golang, array of string. Oh, sorry. You need to start and the end too. So here you will see. If you start from 0, 0 to 10, it can be stored 11 data inside this array because you start from 0. Meanwhile, if you start from 1, you only store 10 data. And here you have 11 data like this. Okay, so this is how you declare your array. This is how you declare your array, similar to type declaration. So, okay, that's for declaration, and how to access we already explained about that. So next time, maybe this is you can read this code if you can understand it, but the way I understand, like before I read this, okay, like I explained before. But if you understand it in this way, feel free to read it first, okay? So that's about array, okay? If we have a block, as you can see, the block can have length, width, and height, and after that, it has volume and area, okay? So this is how you do it. It doesn't have any result and everything. every struct, what if the field has a correlation with the struct, put it inside. If it doesn't have any correlation, put it outside, like that. Okay, and this is the example for array. And let me explain you the last one is about array and what data can you store. You probably familiar with array of string, array of integer, okay, integer, or maybe array of character, array of char, and maybe even array of boolean. I never see this, but it could be because it's a primitive data type. So what you need to do, what you need to understand about array can store every data types. Okay, so not just primitive string. Let's say I have my person type person. Let's say I have type person with name string with age integer with is male is boolean. So let's say I have type person and I have p1, p1, p2, p3, p4. That is a person. So I have a variable p1, p2, p3, and p4 as a person. And next one, I want to declare an array of person. So array of person will be array start from 0 to 3 of person, like this. Okay, so this is how I declare in my pseudocode. And as you can see, this is a data types, right? Because remember aliasing, we just give this original data type a new name, array of person, so it can be more readable. What I need to do, I need to have a p or maybe person array like this, person array with data types array of person, like this. So if I want to access, if I want to input every person to person array, what I want to do is accessing every indices. Okay, so if I have like this, it will be person array index 0 will be p1 and continue with p2, p3, p4 and accessing index. As you can see, it can be in a loops. So this is how this is how I inputs the data. But if I want to access, so right now I have array of person. Right now I have p1, p2, p3, p4. This is my person array. Okay. Person array is p1, p2, p3, and p4. This is my person array. So if I want to access the first person name, the name of the first person, I need to access the person array first with the first index, which is 0, dot p1 dot name. Okay, I'm sorry. What you need to do is to access it like this. Okay, person 0, which is accessing the first person, and what's first person you want to access. If I'm not mistaken, this is what you do. Person 0 dot name. Okay, so this is how you access your data, not like before. I'm sorry. So it will be person 0 dot name. If we give it, it will be name like that. Okay, it will be a name variable. So this is on how accessing array declaration and a simple example for you. Okay, so that's it for today to this video, and we'll see in next video.